Hello and welcome to WOW's Operation Replays. I'm your host, Lord Holland4293, and today I have a very special replay sent in to me by Barbeerian in his Wichita. Now he's got a Fabeta, Amagi, Kansas, and a Northco, Chimanto, and a Benson. These are all great ships, and we're on Raptor Rescue. Raptor Rescue is a classic, and it's a really great one. Now, I consider Wichita a very special ship. She's in that trifecta of American Tier A cruisers. Baltimore is the first, Congress is the second, Wichita is third. Baltimore has super AP, super heavy AP, and just is really tanky, and just an amazing ship. Congress down tiered Alaska, 305mm guns, super AP. Extremely tanky, does take that battle cruiser damage, but it's doable. Now, Wichita, it doesn't get the super AP. This is where it differs from all the other ships, but it's a good difference. It has the same 203mm guns, but it doesn't get the heavy AP. It gets New Orleans AP, so tier 7 AP. But it does get a significantly faster reload. It's 10 seconds. Baltimore's 15, Congress is about 20. So that's still a really big difference for DPM and damage. And you will see the DPM, how that makes up for that lack of AP. And that just a little bit extra damage AP. It makes up for it. And Barbeerian here really shows off the AP on this match.
The ship is on fire.
Now their carrier is, he's average, because you can look at the rocket planes and he misses, I think most of that strike. It's unfortunate. But WOWSOP, 3 fires burning on it. Not bad. Not bad. The damage is really going up real fast on it. I mean, let's have a look at him.
Torpedoes astern.
Going down. He's going down. But I gotta give comps out to the Benson here. Kitsuma no Shi. Or Kitsune no Shi. For setting that smoke screen for Barbeerian. Most DDs kind of don't let you smoke, and that's where you lose a lot of cruisers, is when that Fuso focuses a lone cruiser out there. But he laid a smoke screen, and I gotta give him a comp for that. Now Barbeerian also has a Jolly Roger pirate flag on. Whether he played and ranked out in rank 1 or got it through another means, still an impressive achievement to have a pirate flag. And he's doing the tried and tested, shoot, see if you're detected. Works in a battleship, works in a cruiser. He was up a little bit higher, but fortunately his carrier does spot for him. Now, 40,000 damage, you might think that's average. You'll see after he gets this second wave down how fast that damage goes up. And why, even though this thing doesn't have super heavy AP, it still hurts. This would definitely go on my ship of recommended ships to buy. Right there, 13,000. Now, all the shells hit except for 3 shells. Watch those 3 shells. 3 shells. 2 citadels. Really great damage.
Problem solved, sir.
And I mean, I don't know what and he's playing it basically how I would play. I'd be a little bit up further, but yeah. No, I actually wouldn't. I'd probably be doing what he would be doing, actually, in an American cruiser. Now he does pick up the Ayoba. Now, he was at like 40,000. Now he's up to almost 70,000. And this is where I watch it and I'm like, I don't even understand how. I guess the Fobeta got focused by the Mogami and the Mayoko, and he got burnt out. It's unfortunate. But you can just see, even though he's landing only a few shells, he's getting like 10k salvos, and that adds up a lot. And also, you can look at the drag time. You know how the Super AP is kind of a little bit more draggy. The New Orleans, this AP is just a little bit more higher shell velocity also. As you can see, it's not railgun velocity, but it's pretty damn close. I mean, it is still kind of slow, but it's not bad. Not like the Baltimore, we're going to hits up a lot harder. Now, he does pop his Hydra, which is fair. It's a good 12k salvo there. Now, he does kind of how I play my ship. I kind of throttle juke my ship around a little, but he gets a really nice salvo there. Now, he does take a fire. He hasn't taken a fire yet, so he's fortunate. Now, he does get a fire there, DCPs. Now, he gets another 20k salvo there. Now, if you're sitting broadside to a cruiser like that, and you can kill it, pop your damage control. Most might think, why? Well, that bot's gonna switch to AP if you're on fire. He's gonna blow your head off when he puts AP through your side. I constantly tell my buddy Cap, DCP that fire, because you're gonna have AP coming in on you next. So he's doing a remarkable job. I mean, a remarkable job. $16k salvo doesn't get the kill, unfortunately, but you can't beat that kind of damage. You really can't beat that kind of damage. And I love how the Shamanto is just kind of playing how a Shamanto does. You know, he's not pushing in, but Shamanto really excels at just long-range fights, just setting fires, burning things. Typical Japanese gameplay, except the Mogami's just much more tankier, let's be honest. Shamanto has no armor, but with those amount of guns, this guy knows what he's doing in the Shamanto also. I just wish I could have seen more on that DD. Or on the CV, how he died. Now he switches his guns back because of, you know, he's got DDs. And the Benson's out front. You don't see many DDs like the Benson kind of going out there and attacking the DDs now. They usually just kind of hang back, do their own thing. But this Benson, he's being out there. He's taking on these two DDs. And he's got basically Barbeerian here to give him good gun support. Pops his radar so he can help the other DD. So he helps Benson basically keep that DD spotted. Good teamwork on the DDs. That's amazing. And when the DDs turn broadside, you know the torps are coming. The question is where they're coming is the other part. Now his Hydra is down, so he has to be aware. Now the reason this is such a hard part is because if you don't do this right, Raptor's going to take torps. Now you can see the torps already went through. And there are the more torps. They've, at this point, you know, won. Shamanto actually gets it with a secondary. That's kind of funny. Now, the Wichita is an odd ship. You know, Baltimore's free, of course, since it's a tech ship. Congress is only $45 and like 20 cents, but Wichita's $47.20. I don't really understand why they made it that much, but then again, I'm not wargaming. I don't make the marketing. And it's the same thing with the carriers. I mean, like Saipan's $45. Most carriers are cost you $45 to about $50. Graf Zeppelin's $60. Doesn't really make sense. Now, the Kansas finally picks up the Shikaku. Amagi picks up the Aoba, so the southern flank's basically secured. Now it's just these 2 cruisers and the planes coming in. And his damage is up to 194k. I mean, that's amazing damage. I mean, if he got torped and died right now, I would still honestly consider that great damage. But we're not even halfway through the match. I mean, we are halfway through the match, but we're nowhere near close to being done yet. And I get him trying to shoot those long-range AP and try to get those citadels, which is honestly fair. But he's doing a little bit of chunk damage there every now and then. Every bit of damage adds up. Now, the reinforcements either come from the left or the right, but judging by this, they would have probably showed up by now if they were on the right. So, odds are they're coming from the right, or the left, sorry. They're coming from the left. And we can see they're now showing up the Nagato and the Congo. They're going to pick up the carrier, though. That's great. Because Shimanto's kind of in a good position. Benson's keeping him spotted. So if Can just put shells on him, he'll take him out. Kansas did looks like he got a pretty good salvo on it, though. Maybe a 10K. Nope, Kansas picked up the Mayoko. There is one headache gone. Benson did drop torps. I can't tell if they're going for the carrier or the battleships, though. I hope he didn't launch them on the carrier. No, I'm pretty sure he launched them on the battleships. Yeah, he launched them on the battleships. And you see the Barbeerian's full of health. And he's just about crossed 200,000. Okay, right there he's at 200,000. And looks like 2 fires. Nope, no fires. It's unfortunate. Those would have really racked up his damage. And now Barbeerian has other things to worry about because he's got cruisers now. He does get a permafire though, so that is going to tick his damage up a little bit higher. Nope, no permafire. And he is just kind of throttling, trying to juke their shells a little bit. That does kind of hurt a little bit, but he's going to live. He gets a nice 12K salvo there, not bad. Pops his hydro because of torps.
The ship is on fire.
DCP's the fire, so now he's fireable. Now he's DCP's off cooldown, on cooldown now, so if he gets a fire, it's going to be permanent. Now the Aoba kind of turns into him. No, yeah, Yohagi turns into him. But Yohagi, since he's tier 5, has no armor, so his shells are just going to go right through him, like paper. So he'll pick up the kill right here. Yep, picks up the kill. Double fires, though, so that is going to burn for 30 seconds. Yeah, 30 seconds. But that's still. And then he's got battleships looking at him. Now, look at the AP. He bounces the shell, some shells off that. And now you see battleship shells coming in. Bounces multiple shells. Only takes about 3,500 damage. But he does pick up this kill. But 16,000 and 4 citadels. Now the battleships are looking at him now finally. Which is thankfully good for him because he would have died if those battleships still kept shooting him. But it looks like the Amagi was in closer. So they switched to the Amagi now. But he's closing in on the 300K mark now. I mean, I consider any good match. A good match in a cruiser is if you cross the 200K mark. If you cross the 300K mark in a cruiser, you did a phenomenal job. Phenomenal job. I have no doubt he's going to cross the 300k mark, though. Now he's going broadside, trying to get that Mogami down. Gets a good AK salvo there.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
And right now he's up to 323,000. That's amazing damage. And we'll see what his final damage is here, but because this is his last salvo. Okay. Amangi kills the Mayoko. He's up to 328,000 damage.
Good game, everyone.
And he picks up the Outrun Raptor, so that's great.
Good show.
The team did a phenomenal job. Phenomenal team effort. It's unfortunate that the carrier did die, though. Though if he had died, he probably would have taken about maybe at least 60,000 of possibly Deathwing or Barbeerians had damage here. But he comped the Benson for good teamwork with the smokes, which is absolutely true. Benson, you did a phenomenal job. You did a phenomenal job. Now at this point, it's just wait for the Raptor. But it was pretty much a GG, 5 stars all across the board. I don't think you could have done anything different on this map. But there we are, GG folks. 320k, 28k. Nice job, Barbeerian.